All right, let's take a look at the stock market. We're going to look at the S&P 500 futures like we always do. And we'll look at the weekly chart, the daily chart. We'll look at a trade that I did, two trades actually, last night and intraday as well. And also we'll look at the trade of the day, just kind of what a trade that I think is a good trade on the charts. And I do that every day for the members so they can get an idea about how I utilize my own service and how they can utilize it too in their own trading. Okay, so let's get started. Here we are on the weekly chart. You can see we've been very peaky here the last couple weeks, last 2-3 weeks. January 14th is a projected cycle low. Right now, we're not really seeing, well, when we get to the daily, we're seeing a little hint, but nothing on the weekly chart at the moment is really telling us for sure this cycle low is going to happen. Though we can see right here, I think it was last week, 88, week before 85, yeah, 88, and now we're 86. So a small dip, small curl and dip going on here, but not much. Same thing with the same thing with the Big Daddy down here at 396. So this is kind of high, but like I've been saying, I've seen much higher than this on the weekly chart. MACD still looks like it wants to do this, right? Wants to go up. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Obviously, on the weekly chart here, we're just above the all-time high for the week, which was on the futures was 48.08. Now we're sitting, the all-time high has been moved up to about 48.31. And right as we speak, because tomorrow's futures session has already started, because it always starts the night before, you can see it's trading right now at 47.94. Okay, so the weekly chart hasn't changed too much. Obviously today is, let's see, today is Thursday. So kind of a small week here, 87.5 for 4 days worth of trading. Kind of a tight little week. And really not enough to go on yet to say that this is a peak and we're going to begin to see it drop down. We'll see what next week, well, Friday and going into next week brings. Obviously we got the Christmas break and New Year's break coming up, so you know there's going to be some shortened days mixed in here in the way that they have the sessions trading. So there may not be as much trading as we normally get as we go into Christmas and New Year's. All right, let's take a look at the daily. Now, yesterday. This is today's candlestick right there. This is tomorrow's candlestick already started because, as I said, futures always start the night before. But here's yesterday. Obviously, a little bit of a bloodbath yesterday. I think it was 85, if I remember right. Yeah, 87.5. We'll call it 88. And today we had, it was a decent range day, 47. So a little bounce back, but so far, this candlestick obviously closed below yesterday's high. Okay. It's obviously closed above yesterday's close, though. So, that's why it's a green candlestick, obviously. But, at the moment, anyway, top of the candlesticks are moving this way. Now, we don't have a whole lot of history here to say for sure we're getting a pullback. Of course, it helps if I get into the daily drawing sets of the weekly. So here on the daily chart, we have two cycle lows, January 8th, January 16th. January 16th, a little bit more in alignment with what we see on the weekly chart. So we're waiting to see if this is it going to roll over. You can see I put back on the chart here a little bit of support, 46.52, kind of really is the most realistic, clear nearest support here is this little gap up we had from between the December contracts and the March contracts. So that's the nearest one right there. If we do get this pullback, I think that's probably the minimum what we'll see is come back down here to this 46.52, probably. If you take 200 from there, you get 46.30. Yeah, maybe we don't get 200 pullback. Maybe we get 150. Maybe we get 100. We've already had the 87 right there. So I think there's probably a little bit more in this this way. Market's obviously been very strong. We're kind of seeing a lot of kind of wild swings going on the shorter term charts. We'll look at those here in a little bit when we do the trade of the day. So there's been some swings, been some chop, which is typical when you're kind of sitting up in this area like this, that, the market's a little bit indecisive about whether or not it wants to continue to be bullish Is it want to be bearish? So you get that kind of choppy sideways action and some indecision going on here. All right, but I do think 46.52 or at least 100 to 200 points, somewhere in that area from this top here is possible if this little pullback that we're projecting here for the first or second week of January, if it takes hold. Okay, so we have to wait to see, is it going to take hold? Because right now we don't really have enough data to say for sure this pullback is happening. Yeah, but it looks like to me it's going to happen based on some data. All right. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm getting dinged by the phone. Hey, how you doing? Let's take a look at the trade of the day, okay? All right, first let's take a look at 2 trades that I made. This was last night, made $200 overnight. The market was kind of crawling up little by little overnight, and I took advantage of it and traded 2 E-minis, just a small little trade, made $200, so happy camper. Nice little profit there in the overnight session. You know, there really isn't an overnight session per se for futures, but I just call that so it's easy for everybody to identify. Futures, most futures trade 23 hours a day. There's a few that have different schedules, but most of them trade at least 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. So really nice. Great products to trade. Futures are just so much easier to trade in options, no strike prices. It's just super easy to trade and lots of profitability, in my opinion. Okay, so that was the first trade, $200. And let's take a look at the second one. Okay, here was the second trade, $850 trade. This was intraday. You can see over here it was 11 a.m. So just looking at this is just a screenshot I took when I closed the trade, closed the position. Last night, so this is what I was talking about last night. The day starts here and runs to there. This is the hourly chart we're looking at right here. So obviously the market was crawling up overnight. And I just took advantage of a little opportunity in here and made $200. But then intraday, I think it was somewhere, believe it or not, I think I got in somewhere right here, which was a little premature. It took off, but I had a pretty good feel for the market that we were going to get a decent pullback. Sure enough, it pulled back. You know, this was already sitting up here elevated. Probably should have waited a little bit longer because we got this candlestick here that, you know, that took off, went to the moon. I could have made even more. Could have made, instead of making the $1,000 a day, probably could have been more like $1,500, $2,000 a day if I just was a little more patient. But yeah, that's trading. You know, you make your bank. It was a good day. Don't complain. You move on. You know. But anyway, I took this trade somewhere in this area. The market did a little bounce, then did a nice little pullback, pretty much anticipated because this, like I said, was already elevated, and the market just kept pulling back. I was a little busy during the day, but I was keeping an eye on things, and I just closed the position when I thought the market was kind of running out of gas, which it did. So really nice, a little over $1,000 today between last night and today. So super profitable day. Wanted to share that with the members so you have an understanding that sometimes in markets, you know, well, let's switch over to the trade of the day, and I'll talk about the GITTAS Plus indicator. But in this case, I didn't strictly use a GITTAS Plus indicator to make this trade because it was really obvious that the market was going to pull back, right? Okay, let's look at the trade of the day. Right, so here we are on the 15-minute chart, and this one's pretty obvious. It's sitting right smack dab in the middle of the screen. I made some money in this area here, okay? And I was really busy and didn't get a chance to take advantage of this because, you know, well, when you're working, doing other things. But this was a really nice trade right here. Several of my members mentioned this. 11:45 this morning, my time here in Texas. I mean, this thing was just bang on. I mean, you really can't ask for a better trade. This is another one. This is another textbook trade. That's, you know, the GITTAS Plus indicator is just nailing it. It's my own indicator, my own logic. Right here, it suggests that there could be a trade here. Sure enough, we get a curl up, and this thing just goes to the moon. So that was just before lunchtime, my time, and it just kept on trucking a little bit. Just a tiny bit of chop here, kind of sideways for, you know, an hour, but it wasn't much, and it just kept on going. Super trade. I mean, this is just awesome. Yeah, you're looking at about 47.65 all the way to about 47, maybe 90, maybe a little more, right? So 25, maybe not quite 30 points, but at least 25 points right here. Just absolutely mammoth. I mean, I've been trading 2 contracts, 2 E-mini contracts. My account has grown. It has been a pretty good year. So my accounts got to the point where I'm pretty comfortable trading most of the time 2E mini contracts. Okay, sometimes I'll back it down and I trade one if the market's, if the market's just maybe just I'm getting a sense of the market. I don't want to take as much risk as really what it comes down to. But lately I've been trading the 2E mini contracts, making some really good bank. And this right here, I tell you what, if I had the time to trade this today, this plus that, oh my gosh. Yeah, that would have been like $3,000 or $4,000 a day pretty easily. But like I said, over $1,000 between last night and today. I'm a happy camper. It was a really good day. That's the trade of the day right there. Super easy. This Get Us Plus indicator has been pretty hot, pretty accurate most of the time. You can see over here that this, end of the day stuff, it's not really something I'm going to toy around with. It's kind of suggesting a trade here, but, it's just not something I would trade right here at the end of the intraday. Just let it go. This one's super easy, so you can see it was beginning to curl up, and when it begins to curl up, you just get into the trade, let it do its thing. Okay, so if you want to become a member, the instructions are just below the YouTube video. Make sure you read the instructions carefully so you don't have any problems joining. Members have been making pretty good bank. Probably all the way back in October, November, December. It's been 3 months. A lot of the members, myself obviously included, are making some serious money. Things are going pretty good. I've got pretty happy, some happy campers, some happy members. And you can see $7.99. It's coin. They're paying a really small membership every month, and they're making pretty good money. So once you read the instructions, just click on the link. It's going to bring you over to Get a Server. You're going to click on Server Shop. It's going to bring you to this page right here, $7.99. So let's just talk briefly about what comes with the membership. We get the streaming charts down here. Now we just saw in the video that I showed the trade of the day, and that 15-minute chart is one of the streaming charts that you get. There's the 5-minute, the 15-minute, and the 1 hour. So there's 3 charts to come with the membership. On there is the Get Us Plus indicator, which obviously is very helpful in steering and telling members when there might be a possible trade. On the 1 hour chart, there's cycles on there. So, a matter of fact, just talking to the members right now, I'm looking over in my office here, looking at the hourly chart. I might adjust the cycles now that we've had a full day and a half, 2 days under our belt with this kind of behavior change in the market. So I might redraw those cycles here in a little bit. So be patient with that. But yeah, on the 1 hour chart, you get cycles, which is really nice. It helps in timing trades for entries and exits, plus the Get Us Plus indicator. Really, really nice. The Get Us Plus indicator is on all 3 charts, 5-minute, 15-minute, and the 1 hour. So any one of those charts could potentially give a signal for a trade. Usually it's the 5-minute, the 15-minute most of the time. Okay, in addition to the streaming charts, whenever the Get Us Plus indicator indicates that there might be a trade, it sends an alert over to this channel right here, the S&P 500 alerts channel. That's really nice. So if you're not watching the streaming charts, but you still want to get notified, you can. You would just right-click on this S&P 500 channel, turn notifications on, you get alerted. And then you can look at your phone, or if you're on your desktop, your laptop, if it's on your phone, like I said, just make sure you read the instructions before you join so you can understand how to get it on your phone, okay? But that's really nice. You get the streaming charts plus the alerts that go with it. Super nice. Now, we also get alerts for all of this. Now, these down here don't have charts, but they do get alerts. So if you want to trade gold, there's gold alerts. Crude oil, top 30 stocks, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are in here. And then if we get these same stocks, top 30 stocks for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, if there's an alert that's on the daily chart, it'll go into here. Okay, so that's kind of more like swing trades that may be in this channel, okay? Premium symbols, can be anywhere from 2 to 4 files in this channel each day. There's future symbols in there. There is symbols that are optionable. There's industries that can be in there, and also symbols that maybe look like they're getting ready to be shortable or shorted. So that's really nice. You can look through those symbols. Okay, currency. Occasionally I trade currency, usually the futures, not so much the Forex, but I might trade a British pound, I might trade the Aussie dollar, I might trade the euro dollar, so occasionally the Japanese yen. If I do, you'll see it in here. Okay, emails. Every night I send out an email to the members Monday through Thursday. It includes the S&P 500 chart attached to the email, and usually a few sentences of my opinion about what I think the market's going to do. And it includes my comments about the universe indicator. Now, I didn't show that today on the trade of the day, but there's a universe indicator that's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. It's been very helpful in timing the market and movements in the market. So in addition to the GITTAS Plus indicator and the cycles, there's also the universe indicator, which helps guide my commentary on this email every night, okay? Fixed income. I do buy corporate bonds from time to time, so when I do, I put them in here. Also, since we've got a lot of inflation going on, I put in here some CDs I thought were decent. That might be a little bit old now, but you can go through and look at them. And also, I have a savings account that's still paying me 5%, which is pretty good for a savings account. So that's in there too if you want to look at that. And then this is just general S&P 500 comment, chat going on in there. If you have plus here is just general member chat. This is more specific to the S&P 500. This is just kind of general member chat. If you have a support issue, you can put it in the member chat right there. But if it's specific for email, like you're not getting your emails or something, then put it in the emails only channel. But all their support, put it in the member chat, okay? So that's all these channels you hear are members only channels. All those. This channel's to the public. Now, there's nothing in there. It's just like, hi, welcome to the server. There's no services in there whatsoever, okay? And then the rules, please read the rules. Whether you're a new member or an existing member that you don't know the rules, please read the rules. And here is play nice with everybody else rules. Okay, be respectful to everybody on the server, because if I have to come in and be the bad boy and kick you out, I will. Okay, so please be nice as you come onto the server. And here's the refund rules, as well as a disclaimer that I'm not a financial advisor. I only give my opinion. Okay, so please read the rules. I don't want anybody telling me they didn't know what was going on. Okay, because all the videos, every time I do video, I tell everybody to read the rules, so please read them. Okay. All right, so last thing I'm going to say is, if you want to join, like I said, read the instructions. Click on the links, can take you to get a server. Click on server shop. You get this here. This is coin, guys and gals. It's coin. It's small money. I've had members probably are making anywhere from $100 to $400, probably 3 or 4 times a week. Some are making money every day. Okay, it has a lot to do with you, your maturity level or your lack of. Okay, how big your account size is, how patient you are. That has a lot to do with whether you're going to make money. This is not an all-in poker, come and make $1 million in one day. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, if you're looking for all-in, that's just a bad way to go. I don't trade like that, and my opinion is I don't think others should trade like that. Okay, steady money every day. That's how you win. That's how you build big accounts. You just consistently make steady money and you build big accounts. Okay, that's how I got my account up. Earlier in this video, you notice I mentioned I'm trading 2 E-minis. Before I used to trade the micros only, just 1 or 2 contracts, because that's all I could do on my account. But nowadays I'm trading 2 E-minis because my account has grown. All right. So that's what you want to be doing, building your account, be patient. I'd come in, invest in yourself a little bit, spend buy 2-3 months worth of membership. I wouldn't even trade the first month. Learn the streaming charts, understand the GITTAS Plus indicator, the other indicators that are on the charts. Take some time to understand what cycle analysis is that's on both the hourly chart as well as the daily chart that gets emailed. Okay, watch the videos I put out every day, Monday through Friday, and particularly the trade of the day. It's going to help you as I comment about how I go about making those trades, okay? I'm not one of these guys that says, come watch me live and I'm going to stream myself live and trade and just follow me and do what I do. No, that's horrible. That's no way to learn. Okay, I see people doing that. It's terrible. Don't just follow somebody else what they do. You got to learn how to trade for yourself, okay? The membership's going to help you do that, but you got to be patient to do it, and you kind of incorporate the service with your own trading style, okay? That's what really works. All right, I think that pretty much covers everything, guys and gals. Happy trading, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. If I haven't said it already, Happy Hanukkah to my Jewish friends. Merry Christmas to all my Christian friends and anybody else that just celebrates the holidays, okay? And God bless all of you. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.